We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Let's go.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. I'll give one. Hey, check 24, check 24.
3rd and long here for Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Squeeze, double.
Now Elliott. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
You got tape. You got tape. Kill. 26.
On second down, it's Elliott, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. This to Jarwin. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Everybody, 58, come on. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. 26.
First down, Prescott. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the slip, watch the slip.
This is Elliott. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Here we go, 47. 56 to Mike. 26. I'm on. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You're on to 26. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. We're scoreless after 1. On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hey, here we go. Mike, 58, right there. There we go, here we go.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it. Being too exotic, meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Let's put them on the buses.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Where are they, team? 54 Mike. Let's go. Where are they, team?
On first down, this is Geis. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
54. Rabbit. One. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Check 52. Zoom, fellas, let's go.
Mariota from the gun on third down. Aguilar has it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Geis. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Mariota on first down. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. First and 10 out near midfield.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Prescott to throw it. Outright completes it to Jarwin. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Prescott now. Incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Oh, that's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Gibson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing is Mariota. Going up top. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Just work with me a second here because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, it feels like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
58, right over there.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. With a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. I got one. 36. Wide.
From the gun, Mariota slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch tight end.
Here's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Prescott gets this to the tight end, Jarwin. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
90 is a mic. 90 is a mic.
To the air again, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Check 26, check 26. 47.
And again, it's Prescott. Going underneath, complete to Jarwin. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 4th-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
50. Rip left.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They come out here in the eye. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Motion, 58 to Mike. Right here.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
54, right there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mariota. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Gibson. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch out.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. It's a room to maneuver. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Be a long day for you.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 9.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And his kick here is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. But we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The first down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
47. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. 26.
Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. 26.
Prescott to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So we're going to 53.
Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Keep getting sacks.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
6 man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
56. Kill. 56 right there. 56.
All day, all day.
Hammer. 56 the Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Hey, come on up, come on up.
We're going to 54. Why is?
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out. Out there for the big shot.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater.
And this is going to be intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
A fourth quarter score now from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers have scored yet again, really opening that one up. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
And as we said, they control their own destiny now.
64, weak.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On second down, it's Gibson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Washington, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.